Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Hydration Break, episode 7. Today, we have a lot of things to discuss. We haven't chatted for more than 2 weeks since World Cup final. We don't talk about World Cup final, by the way. No, nothing to discuss. I think everybody's seen this. But tonight, we're going to switch our focus completely to the new season 2026-2027 in Europe. So we're going to talk obviously about the latest FIFA against UEFA backlash. We are going to talk about all the European Cups that have had their round 2 this week. We are going to talk about new transfers. I'm pretty sure there is a lot of news since deadline is also very close. And then we are talking about future championships that have started. So guys, let's kick off. And obviously, shocking news dropped. I think it was on Thursday, right? About with UEFA, pretty much boycotting the next FIFA if the deal with private investors is gonna happen. And honestly, was out of town for this weekend. Guys, tell me, what are the latest news? What has happened? What do we know? What's the fate of Gianni Infantino? And what do you think about all this?
Well, I think his stock price went down a lot. I mean, a week ago, we could read everywhere that he was going to be voted next FIFA president at the next elections without problem. And I think he is now just trying to save face, which is a great thing, if you ask me, because I'm a traditionalist within sport. So I appreciate it very much when sport wins against money, one of the rare instances nowadays. And obviously without entering into politics, because it's hard. As we know, it was the Trump and his circles who were involved in the deal, and Infantino obviously would have got a lot of money. Since this subject is pretty much solved for now, with him having to stop what his plan was, I'll just start with saying that I'm happy that at least money lost once, seemingly on the surface. But we still may see a round 2.
Look, previously when money already lost, when Superliga didn't happen, right? Remember 3-4 years ago? So
there is still the project. There is still the project. Deposited, copyrights of Real Madrid, but thanks God,
Real Madrid plays, right?
Our favorite club.
So it's the second win of Ceferin, right? The UEFA president in a few years. But what has actually happened? So they officially said that, all right, they're not going to pursue this private investment thing. It's over?
For now, yeah.
Yeah.
For now, yes.
Okay.
It's mostly that the federations, let's start with the UEFA federations, were deciding not to back up this project. So, in my opinion, if there is a World Cup, how will you do World Cup without European countries that are backing up this project? And fine, you will have another amazing final between Uzbekistan and Congo, but then it's who is gonna follow that? Who is gonna do it? And okay, I can see that for the money could be good for the sponsor, whatever, but already the hydration break for who loves this sport have made that this is basically was an American sport divided in 4 parts. And these are also the comments that from people that follow this, and
guys,
it's sad, and it should not happen. Not even the thinking of this,
Go ahead, Felipe. Yeah.
And Felipe,
I might have a stronger opinion, because I think after this deal failed, I mean, let's face it, Infantino only need to do because the rebellion from UEFA and I think the South American Confederation became too strong. This is why he need to do for now. So for me, I think Infantino should go. He is not fit to be FIFA president anymore. I mean, because this was not just a bad commercial proposal, right? I think this exposed Infantino as a leader that, he keeps a lot of secrets. It's reckless, and sometimes when I hear Infantino talk, I think he's completely disconnected from football and the fans, you know? So, I mean, the World Cup does not belong to Infantino, okay? And doesn't belong to FIFA executives, or it doesn't belong to investment funds, right? I mean, institutionally, it belongs to FIFA. But culturally, this belongs to the fans, and to the world of football, right? So I think trying
Yes.
to sell a part of future commercial income, this is not a normal sponsorship agreement, right? I mean, how it will be after when it comes to influence over football tournament, you know? What investors like whose primary obligation should be financial return and not football itself. Do you understand what I'm saying? I think
Yeah,
this is
absolutely.
like a red
Yeah,
line
yeah.
for football,
This is
you know? And I think like even more worrying than this is that according to what I read in the news is that this whole process was reportedly hidden from FIFA's own leadership. So even the other executives at FIFA, they didn't knew about this, you know? So I think the most damaging allegation is that, you know, key members of the FIFA Council and major confederations, they were not even consulted before this proposal advanced. So this was all Infantino. So for me, in my opinion, he's not fit to be FIFA president anymore. He should go. UEFA should find at least someone to go to vote against Infantino and try to take him out of there.
I
Um,
agree. Yeah.
And it was a very good point that you said. And I think that's the key element here, that it was kept a secret even from the FIFA board members.
Exactly.
What I'm wondering is if it could have worked. I mean, if he hadn't lost the trust, if it had actually been presented by all the FIFA board members, because if we look at the bigger picture and sports economics, sports and business is going hand in hand, and always the American way is winning. Let's say, you know, in the 90s, it's only when it started that that players started having names on the back of their shirts, comes from America. The whole Champions League branding marketing concept comes from there, which was then copied by handball. And even Infantino argued that this is the future. Obviously, he's just arguing to make a lot of money for himself. But I have to say that from the money point of view, he was unfortunately right. Record income, revenue for the World Cup, 30% more than they expected. And I think, unfortunately, if he had communicated this differently, not in such a unique way, he himself having agreed with the business circles, it might have even worked. Because other than that, of course, I agree that football should belong to the people. Some people say that FIFA should be a big conglomeration of the fans, you know, like socios or something with a lot of votes. But yes, I'm wondering if this was the key element that he was secretive about.
Don't forget one thing, you know, he didn't withdraw this proposal because he was wrong. He just withdraw, sorry, because UEFA and the other confederation threatened, you know, serious resistance, including boycotts. They were even talking about Portugal and Spain boycotting the next World Cup. So for me, I think he will come back with something like this in the future.
By the way, where did you said that the income of the World Cup increased by 30%? What was the part that contributed most? Was it ticket sales or sponsorships, or which part?
The
Okay.
more TV rights.
TV rights.
Probably.
I suppose the TV rights had already been sold a long time ago, so it must have been merch and ticket sales.
Okay.
Like compared to Qatar, that was 2 billion something. This World Cup went over 200. So that's
Yeah.
mostly on TV rights. And I can tell you, for example, for Italy or for Czech, you could just watch some games on national TV. Some other games was on private. For Italy, you could just watch it on DAZN, that is like private, that you pay. And some games were on the national TV of Rai, but there was no Congo, Uzbekistan, so I couldn't really watch that. But I think also the resale was part of that, because I saw even some video on the socials, the $1 million ticket. If you maybe watched online, there were like some ticket basically next to the ground. I think it was like in Texas. And basically you are in the center of the field where are supposed to be the two benches. And behind the two benches, there are these two guys on a couch, on a literally couch, like, not the chairs that we have, no, like a couch. And the guy said, "This is my $1 million ticket," with the head and everything. And I'm like, okay, what if, I don't know which game was playing, but what if he gets a ball in the face or something? It's even like security. I don't know. This ticket was sold by FIFA $500, then rebought it, resold it, and then rebought it for 1 million. And FIFA, on every transaction of the application and everything, makes 15%.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are talking about one ticket.
Yeah, that can be a
Imagine
big one.
that.
I would just like to react one more thing. What Philippe said about Spain and Portugal possibly boycotting the World Cup is that Italy has been doing that for 10 years. So they were doing that before it was cool. And actually Hungary has been doing it for 40 years. So
40 years.
Again, this is where all the football knowledge comes from.
And I was thinking the other day, like, this is, I mean, obviously I love the World Cup and everything, but Infantino and FIFA is just becoming about money and profit and nothing more. And now I was writing here just a few things that pop up in my mind. So the search system where the tickets increase, if the search increases, the prices go up, in a crazy way. I also read that they sold pieces of the field for I don't know how many dollars.
The banners,
they made some special World Cup rings, like they gave in the NFL and the NHL, they give the championship rings. So they gave this to the players as well for the first time in the World Cup. They made a special collection of
American stuff.
1,000 for I don't know how many dollars, but it was a lot of money. And obviously, we need to mention the hydration breaks and the sponsorships that came in these hydration breaks. I mean, this was millions of dollars. It's all about profit. And we are talking about a non-profit organization, right? I mean, they don't pay taxes anywhere. It's a non-profit. I mean, something is wrong here.
Yeah. If you watch till subscribe. The hydration break was mentioned. It was most contributing event to the work. By the way, has anyone felt like when you watch football, for example, one of the Euro Cups, when is hydration break? I felt it once. It was like, oh, now should be hydration break. Then
oh no, not me.
Hold on. That's not World Cup anymore. Anyway, here we go.
I think this would be a nice topic to discuss in a future podcast. Is the talks about the World Cup expansion for 64 teams. We could talk about the pros and the cons. I think it would be a nice thing as well.
Maybe
pro money, con everything else.
Because honestly, I think it's going to happen. If Infantino stays in FIFA, this is something that will happen. Probably in the next one.
Very likely that it's gonna happen. Did you guys want to add something, Gergo or Freddy?
No, just one thing that I think FIFA still lacks a sense of business, because they had these, stadiums with the roof, and they could have sucked out the air somehow from those, and then you have to push a button on your app, and it's only $100 to get some air back in the stadium, and then you can actually survive. So many options still left in there to make money.
Yeah.
The one you're talking is Atlanta, and this I know because they were really putting this they were promoting this on socials. Like, do you think we need the fresh air? Press $100 and the roof will open. I'm like, not even imagine to do this, not in football. Imagine to do this at Wimbledon, right? And it's like, oh, it's too hot. Let's press the button and
Exactly.
Fresh air.
So
you see how we're laughing on this. It's but yeah, what Gergo said, it's crazy, but it's happening. And I think what Felipe said, the rings and stuff, this is things that people do for NHL, for NFL, and when somebody win. I think in football, Messi was doing it when they won the Copa America, that he was giving a special cup when they won something. But it's not from the federation. It's from,
by the way,
me giving something to Gergo. I don't know, like for a celebration of this. It's not the podcast, the Hungarian Federation giving us something. That's a bit misleading, I would say. And I don't know. It's an American thing. I think it just works on the way that is Americanized, the way why these guys why we don't have anything from the World Cup. We were at the Euros, and I think the only nice thing that I could buy, because the t-shirts were out of the world. Remember, Costa, t-shirts were nice, but I think it was 200 euro for t-shirt of Germany, the purple one. And it was crazy.
200 euros is for a
and the only memory I have is a plastic cup of beer, Bitburger, that every person drinks beer would tell me that is not so amazing beer.
Average, yes.
I don't know. You are beer guys, so I leave that to you. But that's my memory of the World Cup, because we didn't even have the tickets. We had a QR code.
Yeah.
We couldn't really get some stuff. So on a marketing way, I would say this is okay, but I wouldn't like to have the rings and stuff. It's not football.
Probably, Gerger, you know this because you follow WWE as well. And now there was this tradition that when an NFL team won, or the NBA, they would give them also a belt with the team logo. So like someday we will have like World Cup, rings, wrestling belt, like all the trinkets, to win.
Actually, like in athletics or swimming, nowadays when it's the finals, everybody gets a separate entrance. It's not like they line up, but entrance, video, clap, 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 modernity. I wonder when we get that in football, or imagine it like how in the 90s it used to be with the Chicago Bulls, the theme song, that was the theme song that was going at the beginning of the World Cups too. Why not one by one entry? And then yes, some heel like Ibrahimovic could come in with the NWO shirt. I don't know, but the point is that yes, on a serious note, it is possible we will have one by one entrances for football players. I wonder why they didn't do it now. It would have been so American.
Because it would last 90 minutes, bro, one by one.
Now they put all on the pitch, right?
By the way, about two more things you said, Messi. Wasn't there a rule that you cannot play for 3 weeks after the World Cup? He just played yesterday as a substitute.
Yes, the rules are, because it's in like a labor contract, you have your 25 days, in your normal 30 days. For footballers, is 90.
It's less than 2 weeks, and he was playing yesterday.
Yes, but yesterday he was playing. He was sub. I think he even almost gave assist for the goal that was there. But the thing is that, for example, Ronaldo is not. He's not. He's still on holidays. Leao also, I know he's still on holidays. There is like the transfer market talk. So some players are already back, and some players are not. But you have to understand also that MLS runs February, November. So it's there is a plan, I think, for next year to make MLS more attractive and run in European calendars. That would be a good thing. But I think there is a clause you can break in contract that maybe he takes holidays after.
Mm-hmm. By the way, talking about boycott, the only association from Europe that supported Infantino was
Czechia.
That's why
wonder
when
why.
I ask a special guest today. I ask at least 3 different people that know about football, Czech guys, and they're like, please no, after the shaming,
Yeah.
we don't want that. But to repay this, they just hired Santi Denia as a coach.
Who?
First foreign Santi Denia, player of Sevilla, Santiago Denia, like on the 90s.
yeah. So he's the new national coach?
He's the new coach. He's the first foreign coach of Czech Republic ever, hired by Pavel Nedved and Grigera, if you remember that.
Yes.
Mhm.
And the thing is that the first thing that when they show this on television is that the words how to say in Czech and in Spanish. That was the first.
So
Sorry.
And the funny on the news is that he's asking to the federation just to remain on the corruption. So we have a game with Spain. So if I beat Spain, do I get double bonus? I was like, what the? I was like, that's the only thing. Like, I understand it's money and whatever, but when Czech will beat Spain? And if that happens, you just ask for a double bonus. That's your first weekend job. Help me, guys, because any one of you will ask, sorry, but if I do this double, can I
Yes.
get...
No,
No, but the federation is very corrupt. If you want to know also, if you want to know worst, is Italy, how they hired Maldini and Leonardo, and they got fired after 15 days.
Yes, crazy.
And now
Right.
there is Ranieri that went again back from his pension. I think he's the guy is now 76, 77. And they have Mancini that he apologized to all the Italian news that he went to Saudi Arabia, saying, wouldn't have you done the same if they would give you 20 million per month?
Yeah. Apologize.
And apologize, eh?
I actually, because Mancini failed to bring Europe to the World Cup back then anyway, right? Was it him?
With Macedonia, yes.
With Macedonia, exactly. So he
Remember the amazing story that the guys don't know, but we were supposed to go to World Cup in Qatar. I looked at everything and I said, oh, let's look the plane, the tickets. Me and Kostya almost bought everything, but I was in the train from Prague to Moravia, and there was very bad internet, and I didn't press because I was sure that night Italy would beat Macedonia. And when I arrived in Moravia, I find out that Italy lost.
Yes. Guys,
Thanks God I didn't buy anything.
let's switch to European footballs, then let's move on. So now we have already 2 rounds of Euro Cups behind us.
We are at semifinals.
Yeah. Exactly, semifinals, exactly.
We are at semifinals of qualification to the group stage for European Cups.
So, Freddy, what are the 3 countries that don't have any more participating teams?
No, I wanted actually to tell you the big surprise. Let's do the big surprise of Champions League.
That one as well. But
big surprise?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, for me, big surprise. Let's start with the worst. I would say Lech Poznan losing at home.
100%.
I wouldn't have expect, losing it. It was supposed to be like, I don't know, like easy game. Like they won 4-1 in Denmark. So, you are back at home. You are champion of Poland. It's supposed to be easy one. They lost, I think, in 120 minutes.
Yeah, they lost 0-6.
Great keeper. He saved 2 penalties in the extra time.
Yes.
Of them, like everything went wrong, like very, very strange. In my defense of this, or Kostya theory, that it's better for them to play Europa League or Conference League. Because they have more chance instead of Champions League. And this I throw you a theory, Felipe. It's better to lose that you are 100% qualified for one of the 2 smaller cups, better for money, better for coefficient, blah, blah, blah.
Money in Champions
or
League
go to the
massive. Money-wise, massive. Like if you're like Kairat, like last year, you are like number 36.
Kairat is my second surprise.
1 second. Yes, I agree. But the money-wise, if you're like 9 versus 35 or 36 in Champions League, you earn more than like I think being in the semi-final of Conference League.
Yes, the winner, Chelsea, made 6 million.
Exactly.
Chelsea made 6 million euro, nothing.
Carry on with your surprises. Sorry, yeah.
No, I wanted. This was like, if you guys think, what is better?
Where to play? I think like Poland does it right. So now last year they had 4 teams in Conference League. Now they might have 5. I think no, still
5.
One already lost, I guess. So 4.
The Gornik Zabrze, the Podolski team lost.
No. The Katowice, I think was. Górnik is
Also
playing now in
Katowice.
the Europa League, so they can still drop to Conference League. But points-wise, Poland is gonna harvest a lot of points just to go up in the coefficient, and specifically these teams, right? Because they always 2-3 years from now they will be seeded pretty much better than they are now. Because say Rakov will just win 3 times in Conference League instead of losing every time in Europe.
In Champions, yeah. With Benfica 6 times.
They would not succeed at all, right? Or like in Champions League now, they basically have a chance to go to even like quarterfinals of Conference League. So I think that's the right strategy.
We were talking of Kairat. Kairat, I think, is second surprise. Let's start with that we can connect with the league. But Kairat win the best game possible. They are coming from fine winning in their league. They were not doing bad. They were not doing great. But Kazakh league is, I think, almost towards the end. There is like 10 games to the end, and they win 5 times in a row. So if you are following Kazakhstan league, they are now 1 point behind. Help me with the name Ordabasi or something. Yeah. Okay, the Russian name. Yes. So.
Yes.
They are, but they are preparing campaign for Champions League, and they were 4.5. Okay, so that was that. So I think it was hard to win at penalties, but if they get again in the groups, that
Who
would
are they
be.
playing next?
They played with
Omonia.
Nicosia.
They already have a next opponent, yes?
Yes, let me check. They should be. Levski Sofia.
Yes. Yeah. Which can last year they won against Slovan by penalty.
Yes.
So and actually, I don't know why you're surprised. I was expecting Kairat to go through because
because they were doing bad in the league.
Yeah.
Like they were 15 points behind. It's like if Sporting is 15 points behind Porto, and now they win five times in a row. I think that's why they that's a good performance. Then what we have Kauno Zalgiris, I told you.
Yeah.
Ferencvaros did a great win and qualify also. That
We should to everyone who listens the story quickly about Kauno Zalgiris, the favorite. Yeah, please.
Wait. Story about
Zalgiris.
Zalgiris from Kaunas.
We were talking in our conversation that the Kauno Zalgiris is basically they never arrived this far, and in their stadium. There was supposed to, first time ever that they could play Qualifier of Champions League forever, first time ever, but the stadium is busy because there is concert of some dog, as says by their coach, that the dog... Don't make me laugh. The dog was Pitbull. Not Pitbull,
and it's not Snoop Dogg.
It's not Snoop Dogg. But it was the concept of the super. Yeah. There is an interview. There is an interview online.
Some Yugoslavian coach, Serbian and Croatian. It's like
no. It's something ski. So it's Yugoslavian something. He said, I don't know. First time ever we play qualification, and some dog plays, and I cannot play in my stadium. And I was like, what dog? And then it's concert of Pitbull, the artist, because I think the bald guy, and it goes viral because everyone at his concert wears bald wig and tie. It's viral everywhere. I have all my Latin American friends when there was concert in Prague, everyone was bald, and you see all these bald people in metro. I'm like, what's going on? So on the good part is that they even qualified against Klaksvik, that is Feyenoord.
Yes.
And the good part is that they will play another game round, but I don't think they have any chance because they play with Dinamo Zagreb.
Exactly.
And looking at Croatian league that we can talk later about when we start the league, I think there is nobody in Croatia this year that can go against Dinamo. To be honest, looking the quality of the of the teams. Other two surprise, I would say Vaduz.
Yes.
Yeah.
They play against Andorra, so why not?
But yes, but just think that they don't have a league.
Yeah, true. But they are now
It's the way how
they.
but the way how this qualifies, it's like your Berrytown.
Yeah.
You know, Vaduz was in second league. They win Liechtenstein Cup, that is basically my village, Kostia village, against Szeged and Honved, and we all try together, and they win. Because apart Vaduz in Liechtenstein, all the other teams are in fifth league. They play with Paradiso or Lugano 6. You know, that I think one team it's called Balzen. That's the most strong of Liechtenstein. So these are good. What else? Pafos. That it's also like good. I would say strange surprise. And Hradec Králové against Tromsø. Also, first time this club of Czech Republic has good new stadium.
Yes.
Built by politicians, so Gergo can make a good story about that. If you deep dive, that basically they did that, and I didn't expect that they would beat Tromsø 3-1. Yeah. Honestly, all Czech news were quite surprised.
Yes.
About that.
Tromsø is
I think it was
championship, so it's basically they are competing with Budoglint. And yeah, I agree with the surprise. But also there were really a few comebacks, like you mentioned, Lech against Aarhus. So basically, when after the first tier, right after the first game, like surprisingly, for example, I think there was Göteborg, the Swedish against Levadia. They lost at home, but then
they lost at home. I think they do. I think they do the first game with the under 16. You know, so they don't. And then when they do the game back,
I was very.
Maybe Braga does this with Pančevo. You know, they send Filipe Son to play.
No, Freddy. Today I expected you with a T-shirt of Hibernian because.
Also,
I like this.
But today there was an opening season of Union playing against Cagliari when Cagliari fight with their best top scorer of the last 3 seasons, so nobody could score.
By the way, Freddy, as a just about stadiums and politics as it came up, just one little 2 cents that I can add. As a proud South Italian, you can tell me which is the most beautiful new stadium in Italy right now, and what high-level team it is serving.
I will bring you there. We will do the tour. One of our trips. We do that. So
for our fans who can write in comments, write in comments, please. But 3, we're gonna give out 10 million euros now to the winner who writes it into. Oh, too late. Anyway, so the point is that the winner is the city of Taranto.
Taranto,
have a beautiful new stadium and 5th league, I believe.
Not even, no, 20,000. It's for Mediterranean games.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's for Mediterranean games. So, you know, they choose the city and in collaboration with Lecce. So some of the things will be done in Lecce and some of the things will be done in Taranto. But I think Taranto plays, I think it's like 7th league or 6th league.
Best Italian football stadium.
Best Italian new football stadium. I think only Como is doing that.
Yeah, in Como Stadium, I wanted to say, I mean, we couldn't see through the rust on the cage, you know, from the first line, and it's a Champions League team. But look at Taranto.
You mean when the Strefezza throw the ball on all the beers that Kostia was carrying? I had to buy that guy in fantasy football just for the beers that we had to pay to the guy.
So if we look at the countries,
Surprise?
so basically we don't have teams anymore from Wales, from Luxembourg, yes, and
Luxembourg,
from
Montenegro.
and Montenegro, yes, and Montenegro. Very good. Yeah,
Montenegro.
So
Exactly. I think
Cameroon Spartans lost because of that goal when the guy touched the ball with hand on the last.
with the hand at the 97 minute. No,
Yes.
but I think I sent you the highlights.
Yeah, of course. And then who is doing really well? Surprisingly, again, Finland has 4 out of 4.
Finland,
Bravo,
4
Finland.
out of 4.
Yes, bravo, Finland went through. Latvia is doing really well, like obviously.
Latvia is incredibly good but maybe for the first time that the championship they are really playing, and if they find some smaller, some opponent that is not ready.
Like there is the third team called Alda from they kicked ass of Steaua.
Steaua Bucharest, but it's big problem after the summer because one of favorite corrupted person in football, Becali, the historical owner of he lost on tribunal that they cannot be called Steaua Bucharest because there is a second team like that and they own everything. So they say they will win. They don't even have the logo anymore.
Right.
The story of Steaua is
FCSB.
They lost that.
Yeah. So I think Poland.
Ilves was very lucky, I would say, on the finish.
Okay.
Ilves was very lucky because they made the 2 penalty mistake, but they won. Inter Turco beating Başakşehir.
Exactly. Yes.
That's
With
also like one of the.
Yep.
Yeah. Velez Mostar, Dunajska Streda, favorite team of Gergols for Hungarian one. Win, yeah. No?
Hungary is doing 3.
Debrecen qualified with an amazing 0-0 and 32 shots against and 1 shot all the game.
Yeah. Punic Yerevan, the childhood favorite team, citizen.
No, but they made 1 goal. They made 1 goal in the Debrecen. Then the rest of the game, it's nothing else. The 7-2 of Zalgiris. We said that.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, in Conference League, Paks almost turned around the match against Panathinaikos, almost, and but Panathinaikos with Defray in the defense, Interlegend.
Mm-hmm.
And Gior Bisen also 1-1.
So
after 6-2.
Next round is already some interesting duels in Champions League.
Now there is how you say in English, the seeded teams. So the ones of the biggest league, the ones that Felipe follows more, not the Zelezny Charpanchevo, but they start to go.
Sparta against Lyon.
Yeah, Sparta Lyon would be tough because this we can connect it to the leagues. Sparta that did a very good start of the league, losing with Brno away 1-2, and I think that's a good start of the league.
Fenerbahce also pretty interesting, and I'm
Dinamo Zagreb against Kaunas.
Yeah.
What else?
Interesting Union against Bodo Glimt, like 2 teams they played in the
Royal Union with Bodo Glimt. Yes.
I think FC Thun they lost during the week.
Yeah, that's on the league. Yes.
They couldn't really rest out that shock, it seems, because they lost now 6-0 today at home or something.
Yeah. We tell that when we go to the leagues. We have to do it.
But
they lost 0. They lost 0. Okay, they lost last game of the last season 3-8.
Yes.
And this is the first game of the new season of Swiss League, and they lost 0-6.
Wow.
With the same team, with young boys.
Oh,
so, great champion of Switzerland.
Yeah.
I read that Fenerbahce is close to signing Salah.
Yes.
So if this
it's on the news, it was also on the news today. Yeah. They offer him They
Yeah.
offer him something like 35 million euro, and I don't know how
Yeah.
they can do that.
Yeah, Turkish football has a lot of
No,
money.
for
But to
it's
Fenerbahce,
corruption. We can talk it. Europa League, interesting games. You will have Benfica with Hearts.
Oh, yeah, that's very interesting. Hearts also didn't last league.
Who to support? Who to support, Philly? I don't know.
Ferencváros
I don't
against
think it will
Podolski.
be that interesting, to be honest. Because I have followed Hearts. I think they made the first game, right? This
Yeah.
weekend, and they lost.
They lost.
actually
Yeah,
played
Hearts
well.
is doing like Tun basically.
No, but
Yes.
there are the other teams entering. There is Jagiellonia with Rangers.
That's very interesting.
But-
pair. Very interesting. Like Jagiellonia has been doing really well in Conference League lately.
And then there is crazy games like Larne, Iberia, or Lincoln Redeems, Omonia Nicosia, but I don't know how that gets. Lech Poznan can still can lose with Klaksvik.
I know
And
Braga
then-
will play with Dinamo Minsk as well. So probably you know more
that's,
about Dinamo Minsk than me
That's conference. Yeah.
in
No,
conference.
Conference League, we will have the last chance for a San Marino team to try to qualify to group. The amazing Tre Fiori with the Kosovo team. So it's with what was the Drita. So they could, because San Marino I think never got a team in the groups.
Mhm.
I think there are 3 countries that never got teams in the groups. Something like Montenegro, San Marino,
Moldova.
and probably Andorra. No,
Andorra.
Moldova got teams. Come on, Sheriff was in
Moldova,
Champions
yeah.
League.
True. You're right.
So it's no, the Conference League. I'm just scrolling fast. There will be Inter Turku with Vaduz, so Kostya will be happy to watch that. Partizan Belgrade with Tobol. Tobol is Kazakhstan, I think.
Yes.
Football,
Yes.
Kazakhstan, yes.
Don't read us all 72 games. Just what's the
No, just quick, just nice ones. Panathinaikos, CSKA Sofia.
By the way, yeah, there are two. Goddamn confusion. There are two CSKA Sofia
CSKA Sofia.
in this. In this.
Gergo's face.
There is. Yes. There is.
There is not one, two.
Yeah, I was like scrolling, it's like again, because one plays, I think, in the Europa League and another in Conference League. There is like CSKA Sofia 1948 and just CSKA Sofia.
Yeah, CSKA Sofia 948 and CSKA Sofia. Then
And by the way,
when we will
people-
have our Bulgarian person here, they will explain, or I can do. But
but the CSKA, which is like the army, right?
Yes.
So the CSKA fan should be a Honvéd fan, because Honvéd is the army team. Also, Honvéd is the Hungarian army. So it's CSKA Budapest actually that we have a way of supporting.
Thank you for the explanation. Nice. So, all right, guys. Anything
we
else?
can go to the leagues. Yeah.
Or
This
transfer.
is too many games, and let's go
Leagues,
to the
or just
leagues.
two
We
and
talk
this-
about Swiss League.
Yes.
Swiss League just starts with this amazing stuff. Danish League also start. Aarhus was unexpectedly champions last year. They didn't start well. Also, Hungarian League started with our Honvéd that we were following. Can you tell us more, Gergo, about Honvéd this week?
Honvéd with an unbelievable 3-3 with
3-3.
such errors in the defense that you can only see in Hungarian top league or somewhere. I mean, real bottom level defending, just the way we like it.
Please
Red card.
send the highlights, because I was laughing on the second, on the 2-2.
Oh, definitely, dear viewers, it will be part of the comments. Be sure to click and subscribe. But actually, what's more interesting maybe is that Ferencváros has 1 point after 2 rounds in the Hungarian league. So it shows the strength of the league. So Twente is nothing, but Hungarian opponents, now that's something. So,
but I think the team that you were expecting to fail, Puskás Academy, they won at least once, right? I think they won
to
first.
be honest, I don't even know what they played. The famous Hungarian huge city of Felcsút of 1,800 people, where the academy is settled. I'm just afraid if both fans of the club will riot, because I'm not sure the authorities are ready for both fans attacking the parliament at the same time. So be aware, people.
Yeah.
But yes, Ferencváros 1 point only.
Okay.
1 point. And I think it's a thing of the conference and champions that we are discussing, because another league that started was the Ekstraklasa, the Polish one, and the only team that is winning is Legia Warsaw, but that it's out of everything, and the other teams are not. They're doing like 2 teams, 1 point. So
I'm really looking forward for that league, because
Yeah.
last year there was like a complete bloodbath. Like was most interesting league probably in Europe, when distance between Champions League and the relegation was like about 8-10 points. I was also excited to witness even one game live last year, Zaglimbe. This year, it's very interesting that there are 3 teams from Krakow, from the beautiful city of Krakow. Last year it was only 1, and now there are 3. So
only 1 this year, 2, 3.
Wisla is back, and
They are
there is a new team. I forgot their name. It's like
don't make me pronounce.
Exactly, you just got. But yeah,
Felipe is the Polish football expert here. Please, Felipe is now will follow Polish football. So I can
Yes, Krakow and Wisla Krakow is a classic, man. It's a classic. And we should go there and watch this classic, and fight some Polish hooligans, in the city part. Man, that's awesome. Also, I'm very happy that Katowice as well. It's in the Europa League, right? Katowice.
There's also this thing, Częstochowa, that they are 0 points in the league, but they are doing good in the Europa League qualification. So
when I lived in Katowice, they were in the 3rd tier, if I'm not mistaken. Now they are already like in Europa, like a huge evolution.
And the stadiums are good. Stadiums are good.
Yeah,
they're not bad stadiums.
Philippe, what is the name of that thing, when the Polish fans just meet in the forest to fight and there's no football around, it's just the ultras beating each other? Because I know that's an institution.
Eastern European stuff also in Russia very popular.
I don't remember, but for example, in Krakow, it's funny because you have like a whole park, right? Like a field. So on one side you have Wisla Krakow Stadium, on the other side you have Krakow. And from what I heard, they meet in the middle, they fight, and then they just go about to their games, and stuff like that. It's very, very Polish thing to do. When I lived in Rzeszów, it was the same between Rzeszów and the Stal Rzeszów, and we were talking about teams that were like in the 4th or 5th tier of Poland. Now Stal is in the 3rd division or second. Sorry. Yeah, Polish football is always very fun actually to watch. Legia Warszawa and all these teams.
Freddy, any other leagues worth mentioning?
Other leagues, we have Czech league started with Sparta Prague losing with Brno, and Slavia winning 0-4 with Baník. Kazakh league, just to mention that Kairat Almaty made, as we said before, 5 games in a row. What we start this week will be Lask, Linz, Austria leagues. Scottish league we start, hoping to see something new.
Yes.
Croatian league will start. And just for our part of the amazing betting stuff, Slovakian league, there was an amazing 4-4 that developed on the first game of the season between Košice and Žilina, and the game was 0-0. And in the last 10 minutes, they made 4-4. And of course, the sponsor of the Slovak league is some betting company. Just because I know Felipe likes when there is.
Yes.
I think it happened last year that it was similar team that is called Zlin, that is in Czech Republic, and this is Žilina, but they are like.
Yes.
Where it's far, right? It's like 100 kilometers. Yeah. Yes. It's like 100 something kilometer far.
Yes.
So
So
who is
4-4?
first in the Kazakh league right now? Always interesting.
The first one
It's
is
Kairat Almaty, no?
Orda. No, the first one is Ordabashi. Ordabasi.
Shymkent in Kazakhstan. But hold on. Okay, quickly. Czech Republic. Last year, remember Slavia and Sparta when the fans went to the stadium and
It was the
what happened after that? Like, how is Slavia?
basically Czech league has a very interesting format, Felipe.
Yes.
The last 6 games
Yes.
is divided the top 16,
Yeah.
the relegation, the last 16, and then in the middle, who is in the middle fights for a place in Conference League. That's why there is Hradec Králové, because they are shit. But
Even though they are like 7.
so the last game to decide the league that was already decided was Slavia against Sparta.
Yes.
And at 87 minutes, the
Yes.
Slavia fans just all enter into the pitch.
Even though Slavia
What has
was,
been
I guess, 3-2.
Yeah,
right?
Slavia would win anyway. Would win anyway the league. They got 3 penalization points, and I think some million. And for 4 games, the fans cannot play.
So they started -3 this season.
They already had 1 game without. There was the cup game, Czech Cup, that was already without players. They got a lot of fine. I would say quite some fine. They didn't bring major new players on transfer market.
I see. Shit. But they're gonna play in the Champions League main roster, right? In the final.
Yes, because the top, the first 10 countries for UEFA coefficient.
Yeah.
The first 10 countries for UEFA.
Yes.
The Czech Republic is number 10. So the first 10 countries has 1 place directly
reserved
for the groups. So Slavia is directly in the group.
Last point maybe about championships to mention, I think obviously the ones that are ongoing right now, that are in middles, the Nordic ones, we're going to have again the national champion in Sweden. It's a team from Uppsala this time.
Uppsala.
Serious, yes. So last year this village team Mjölby as well. And now they are gonna surprise us again.
No, but it's like, what is the name? Sirius, right?
Sirius,
and they have like 10 points.
Very small team. They never played probably in the European Cups, not even like in the top division, and now they are like several points ahead already. So yeah.
Just to tell Felipe, Malmo, or that will be one of the team, or Göteborg. Malmo has 23 points and Sirius has 40.
Yeah, exactly.
Just to tell you the Swedish league, if you know some name of Sweden, I don't know, Gothenburg, Malmo, ICAP, Stockholm, this should be the big teams. But nothing much. The Mjölby is almost going to relegation, let's say for now. But it's half, it's half of the season. They sold all the players, was in the news. So the transfer market, we can connect to that. There is also what leagues are there? Serbian league, it's already a third round, and on the first place there is IMT Novi Beograd on first place, of course, followed by Red Star. But Red Star is playing mostly with kids this year, and it will be interesting.
And Arnautovic.
And Arnautovic. That
let's
for me
go.
It's bad to see that Partizan is not really making a plan to be one of the big one like Porto or or Ferencváros. They are like one big club, but they don't win many years. It's like they don't win from 2016, I think. That's like over 10 years. And if you are big club, you should win.
Should we discuss transfers now?
I mean, there is another league that is 21st games already. I don't know if you guys want to discuss it.
Sure.
The Brasileirão. You guys want to discuss Brasileirão as well?
The only news that I know of Brasileirão is that since Palmeiras got the new name of the stadium, they are not winning anymore.
It's incredible. Brasileirão is like the best.
Brasileirão is crazy.
It's really hard to understand what's going on there because they always change formats and it's like it's never ending like competition, right? It's
no. No,
always
no.
playing like.
It's the format
Then they
has
have
been
the state competitions, like then they have national. It's like it requires some PhD to really.
Yes, it's very hard to explain, but yeah, they have Brasileirão, which is the main one, and they have after this the regionals, which is the Nordestino, like the regional ones. They play it as well. Yeah, but yeah, Brasileirão. Yeah, actually, from the first to the eighth place, I think there is only like 3 or 4 points, separating them. So it's always crazy because you never know who's going to end up the winner, right? So in the past 5 years, there was 4 winners. Palmeiras was the only one who won 2 championships in a row. Then it was Atlético Mineiro, Botafogo, and who else? Flamengo, I think. Flamengo also won.
Yes, Flamengo.
Yeah, but Palmeiras right now is considered probably the best club, and it's really well managed. They are already first. They lost this weekend.
Yeah. This is the thing that they say when they have the new name of the stadium, they're just losing.
Yeah, exactly. But Flamengo didn't get ahead because Flamengo also lost the game.
Because
they tied. I mean, yeah, it's a crazy championship. So 23 matches, 75 goals, which was like, I think it was in the first game already. It was like the first round that had more goals in Serie A Brasileirão. So yeah, there's always a lot of contenders to the Brasileirão title.
On that you can connect also to talk of Argentina. That I think there was in the Copa Libertadores Sudamericana, there was the round also on Thursday. On Thursday, yes, there was also the South American competitions.
Yeah, Copa
and I see Gergo
Libertadores.
very interested. Copa Libertadores. But I don't know what they are. They are 8 finals or that I don't know. My South American skills are not the best.
Prepare, all of us are prepared next time to discuss Argentina. But transfers, what are the most interesting and sensational moves? Except
I would like to talk about transfers. Ask you guys what's your opinion about, I watched the Portuguese league. As you guys know, I'm Portuguese, about Jhon Durán. Before he came to Benfica, I've always seen him as a really good player, But then he went to
Saudi.
Signed for Al Nassr, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
He signed for Al Nassr, and he was borrowed like 2 times. And I just don't get it, because he strikes me as a really good player. But from what I read, he's kind of like this Italian player, man.
Discipline.
He was always making, Balotelli.
Yes.
Like Balotelli.
Hothead.
He was always like doing crazy stuff, and I don't know. I watched him play. He played now for Benfica for just a little bit in the last friendly, if I'm not mistaken. They had. He did quite a good game. So I don't know. How do you guys see Jhon Durán?
Jhon Durán, okay, for me, in Al Nassr, he didn't play a lot. He made like good, but then, if the team throws him half season to Fenerbahce and half season to Zenit. Yeah, it's, for me,
I really like him in Aston Villa. He was in Aston Villa when Aston Villa played.
Yeah, in Aston Villa, yes.
He was
good.
So.
Very strange for a defender to make 8 goals in 11 games in Saudi League. So it's also like maybe he got bored.
Sorry, because I always read that Jhon Durán was like the next big thing in Colombian football.
But how much Benfica played?
For me, it was strange going to Al Nassr and not playing.
Yeah, as we guys discussed, that he's the guy who has the reverse career, right? He should start in Europe, finish in Saudi Arabia, Russia.
But come on, would you refuse? Would you refuse 77 million?
Yes,
would you refuse 77 million from Al Nassr?
Oh my God!
Come on.
Yeah, it's a lot
77
of money.
million. What? It's too much. How much Benfica bought him? Or I read here he's on
He's
loan.
on loan. He's on loan. And Benfica has a clausel to buy him, I believe, for 30
Dubai.
at the end of the season if they want.
Yeah, but nobody can pay 77 million. That's like that would be one of the Arab things, that goes free transfer, and
Yeah.
like a Jordan Henderson, free transfer and then goes to play for Ajax.
Yeah.
And
So,
for the
okay, I'll tell. For me, it was super surprising that Leandro Trossard moved from Arsenal to Besiktas. All this, like, I think he's pretty good. He's still, like, he was playing on the World Cup in the quarterfinal. Now he's in goddamn Besiktas. How come? And from the champion of England. Yeah, remarkable.
I leave this to Gergo to speak about the little corruption that Turkish football might have. And
Just a little.
No, I was still thinking about the Bulgarian video that we all saw regarding corruption and match fixing. So I think nothing comes close to that. That goalkeeper movement needs analyzing. I mean, exactly how they teach it. But since it transfers, I don't know, maybe more serious note. What still drives me crazy is, for example, what Chelsea is doing, what Tottenham is doing. I mean, I understand the Premier League is full of money, but isn't there such a thing as FIFA fair play? I mean, how in the blue hell do these two clubs have the income, or what kind of triple money laundered way is it?
Yes.
Yeah. I think I spoke about it before. I just don't get these transfers this season. How guys like Elliot Anderson, they are transferred by 110 million, 130. Morgan Rogers for another 90 or 100 million. I mean, I'm sorry, but they are not. I don't know what is their market value, but they are just not worth the money. They are good. They are very good, but they are not worth that money.
Yes. So
for me, not even Tonali. And Tonali went to Barcelona, I think.
No,
like
no, to
Tottenham. Sorry, yeah, for like 80 or 90 million as well.
Yeah, and Andrew Robertson as well. But also, I was surprised that Chelsea bought striker of Brighton, Daniel Welbeck. I thought he already retired many years ago. No, he's still only 35 and playing. And there was also like how many.
They buy Valentin Barco, and he's a guy you never heard from Strasbourg.
I heard
it's good guy, but Chelsea doesn't need that.
He became famous exactly in the World Cup that Jude Bellingham hit at the back after the Argentina.
And Chelsea have just found a new Ukrainian player on their roster as well. Suddenly returned from somewhere.
From Uber driver. He's famous. He was doing Uber. And deliver. I don't know what is in your country.
2 years of disqualification. Yes. Interesting to see how he finds a place in the team, but yeah.
And why Chelsea would buy Pep Chevarria from Rayo also?
Yeah.
But 250 million euros, I hope, at least.
And
Rayo Vallecano doesn't have a stadium.
Is not gonna, right? You heard about it, that they were like not allowed to play on their stadium just like 2 weeks before they started the championship. And when the Rayo Vallecano, this fairy tale last year was happening, everybody said, "Oh, this is the team that like doesn't even sell tickets online, and they have this crappy stadium. They're super poor, but they're like so romantic, and they're like so." Apparently, the guy, their president, just doesn't want to renovate even like the bathrooms where there is no hot water, right? And now they cannot play in that stadium.
You're talking about Chelsea?
Rayo Vallecano, no, not Chelsea.
No, it's connected to Chelsea because Chelsea, if they buy this left winger, I think from Rayo Vallecano for 45 millions, they could make the new stadium. Most probably.
In the stadium, yes, maybe.
For transfer. If you want to know, there is Aubameyang going for Deportivo La Coruña.
Oh, interesting.
Vozinha, I will save it for last. Vozinha, I save it for last. Is a very nice
Tell me.
I can tell you that he signed in, I think, last week or in July for Colo Colo. But
Chilean.
in Chile.
Chile,
But
yeah.
because his real name, and Felipe can help me here, is not Vozinha, but is 4 different names. So he cannot have written Vozinha behind the back by the rules in Chile or something. So they are thinking to cancel the deal after he signed. And he should go to the team of his coach of Capo Verde, to Berkane in Morocco. That they offer even more. But officially, if you check Transfermarkt, whatever, he already signed for Colo Colo. It's done.
And
it's like
he already-
500,000.
And
And he already
advertisement for the Spider-Man movie.
he did the Spider. Exactly.
Yes.
He was doing the advertising for Spider-Man.
But
I don't know
you
if
know,
you can find the photo. Is
I would like
photo
to
is
go back
hilarious.
to the Chelsea transfers. You know, I think Chelsea does. On one hand, they do a really good thing, which is they are signing like all these young players. On the other hand, from what I just checked right now, the age range of the squad is around 23 years old. So, like, who Chelsea has right now that actually feels part of the club? You know, like Jhon Terry before, or Frank Lampard.
Oh, you mean
So
the
these
legends?
guys that were institutions inside the clubs.
Cole
you know?
Palmer. Cole Palmer, probably.
Cole Palmer, but
Cole Palmer, yes. And this is why I think actually Danny Welbeck was a good signing, because he's 35 and he has a lot of experience. And on the other hand,
Danny
you know,
Welbeck. Danny Welbeck, you mean?
Danny Welbeck, yes, he's 35, right?
Yes. Yes.
A lot of experience. Because on the other hand, yeah, they bring in they brought Kenda from Sporting, 19 years old. Barco, 22. Marco Palestra is around 21. So they need to have a balance between like seasoned players and the young players, because if they have only young players, it's going to be really difficult for them to, you know, actually fight for the Premier League, I think. You know, they
last
need
year
to
they
have
had
a mix.
75 players or something like that in the
Yeah,
roster.
and like 90% of them are on loan.
Yeah, and look, Chelsea is becoming the club where players also kind of kill their career almost. Garnacho, for example, or Jadon Sancho, like absolutely ridiculous transfers, so to say, young guys, but cannot find themselves.
This is what I'm afraid it might happen with Kenda, because Kenda is a really good player, you know.
No, you mean Henderson?
Giovanni
Mhm.
Kenda from Sporting.
No, that's this. I just said that Jordan
Kenda.
Henderson is even joining.
Because they bought him last
Joining
year, but he
maybe.
was 1 year on loan with Sporting.
Yeah.
And he's really, really good. But I'm afraid somehow Chelsea might kill his career.
I'd like to hear from Gergo a couple of words about Inter's transfer news. Yes.
Well, to sum it up, I've already seen better stuff in years, but with John Stones coming on a free transfer, it's typical Marotta tactics, it seems, back in the day. Although, as I know, since Marotta is president and Ausilio is the sports director, they're not exactly doing the same kind of great Marotta philosophy that they used to. I'm very happy for Stones. There's a big rumor now regarding Romero from Tottenham coming over, but I don't know why. Because if you have Stones and you have Akanji and Bastoni, and by the way, we still have Pavard. People start forgetting that name. Why do you still need Romero next to it in a 3-5-2? Yeah.
Did Pavard come back to Inter? I thought he was in Marseille.
Well, he was on 2 more years on a contract. Yeah, he was on loan. But all in all, Inter wanted Palestra a lot. As far as I know, could not compete with the Chelsea offer at all. What Inter needs is a right winger.
And a keeper,
there are
maybe.
Big, Martinez, and not Emiliano, but Timu Martinez, which is not Dibu, but Timu, which is
it's Josep Martinez.
Josep Martinez is going to be the number 1 keeper. Provedel is actually the second goalkeeper for Inter this season.
Okay. I think
and actually,
Provedel could play because Martinez, when he was playing with Genoa, was I don't know. I don't see him for a big team like Inter. He's a good keeper, but
Provedel is one of the 3 current Inter players who have scored against Atletico Madrid already.
Yes,
and
as a keeper,
So anyway, right winger is necessary. Other than that, we're really good. You guys might know that Stankovic. So Dejan Stankovic's son Stankovic is from Bruges is back at Inter.
For me, this is the biggest buying from Inter. I saw him in Bruges. Great. I would say yes. Overpaid 23 million. Fine, but you bring both Stankovic's son back to the base, so it's okay. Because there is also the second son, the keeper, but I think he will go on loan.
Yeah, he's always on loan. Actually, I'm starting to convince myself that this transfer season is actually good for Inter. And Esposito's big brother, Sebastiano, right? He is sold to Cagliari.
Sebastiano is in. And this is the thing of today, that Union win the last friendly of the season because Sebastiano fight with the sport director, I think yesterday. It was on the gossip news, not on the football news. So but I think also the good transfers, I don't know, this week there is Alija Begovic that we saw at the World Cup.
To Juventus.
Unfortunately to Juventus. Yeah, not good. Napoli sold Gutierrez that probably played 5 games to Bayer Leverkusen to 30 million or something like that. We are still without right wing or left wing again, but it's fine. I would say there are some Colomani, 25 million from PSG or more.
More. I read 38 million.
38? Yeah, it's 25 plus. They say in Italy plus bonus. This means that is the 38 is if he does something. In Czech news, the news is Horníček from Braga to Newcastle. Every transfer mark, there is one Czech keeper moving somewhere.
One thing about Inter, which I forgot, is that since Dumfries went to Real Madrid, Inter have been eyeing Curtis Jones on the right wing for a longer time now, who has got into some fight at Liverpool at the last game. So hopefully he'll be offloaded for cheap or something.
Right. Of course, the biggest transfer could be Vinicius to Arsenal, but that's just rumors. But it's really hard to believe that this is gonna happen. I don't know, somehow Arsenal should be. Arsenal is always the culture team, right? The bonding. But Vinicius is such a.
With Vinicius,
this kind of prima donna players like Vinicius. It was very, very, very strange for me to hear these rumors. I don't know. Prima donna or like egoist player in Arsenal. Honestly, it's always been like the team. Yeah,
I heard the Porto was trying to get Newcastle is trying to get Victor Froholt from Porto, something like that also.
I don't think they will, but we'll see. I hope not.
Because they say if Bruno Guimaraes leaves, because they have a concrete offer from Tottenham again or Chelsea again.
I mean,
how many midfielders Chelsea needs? I don't know.
Obviously, if you come with like 40 million euros, like a club like Porto cannot refuse, that kind of money.
No, that's the thing. Yeah.
But he's a great player, and a great discovery from the scout team of Porto. Actually.
No, I think Portuguese scouting in Europe in general, I think is decades more advanced than let's put Inter, okay? Let's put because we were saying that. Like, you always hear some new guy that you never heard before. Like, for example, when I heard that Sporting was buying Hjulman from Lecce. Lecce is like nothing club, and then he goes to Sporting, becomes captain and everything. And I'm like, and it's a guy I had in fantasy football.
Yeah.
Or maybe one credit,
Yeah, so that's something I can talk about. I agree with you. Actually, it's not because I'm Portuguese, but I think overall, the Portuguese teams have outstanding scout teams, and right now they are betting a lot on the Nordic
Mm.
Nordic
the
market,
Nordic
right?
market, yes.
And they have Norwegians now.
Yes, yes. And actually, Sporting is the club which has surprised me the most this year because they lost a lot of influential players. So they lost Jhon to Atletico Madrid, Trincão went to Al Ahly, Kenda to Chelsea, Morita also left. So all the midfield from Sporting from the past 3 or 4 years, they are all gone. But however, the signings they brought, you know, they bought Zalazar from Braga. I believe in 40-something games he got 23 goals, like 10 assists. They brought Altimira, right, from Real Betis.
From Real Betis.
24 years old. And help me, this guy from Napoli. From Veneza, Freddy, who is also a really good player. He's been really impressive. God, what's his name?
Venezia sold 1 million players this year and bought another 9 million.
I think he was considered the best Venezia player from last year. Dumbia, exactly. Dumbia.
He made
Dumbia.
It was very good for second division, but for me, he's overpaid 20 million for second division player.
Yeah, I thought that too. You know,
Opinion.
like 20 million. No, I thought as well, like 20 million for a guy from Venezia, from Serie B. Okay, whatever. But the fact is that the friendlies, at least so far, that Sporting has been playing, I mean, it's been outstanding, you know, like I don't see a difference between the team from last year to this year. You know, they are playing really well.
We will see. I don't know. For me, paying Altimira is good, but once again, 20 million. Okay, you can do it from Betis. Dumbia, fine, 20 million.
But don't forget one thing, you know, Sporting, they went to get the guy who is in Arsenal. I forgot about his name. Gyökeres, yeah. They signed Gyökeres, I believe, for 20 million as well. And everyone was saying like 20 million for this guy. Yeah. You know, like it's too much. Bang. They sold them for 65, I believe, for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Last year they did the same with last year they did the same with Luis Suarez. Nobody knew who Luis Suarez was.
Nobody knew Luis Suarez.
Yeah,
and he scored like already something goals.
Three great players in history now with the name Luis Suarez.
Yes.
Exactly. Yes. And this year with Dumbia, also 20 million. I thought it's, you know, I think it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But we'll see. You know, so far Sporting, I think they have really good players.
Who Porto bought?
Just Kivior?
Just Kivior, right? Porto bought only Kivior, right? Or
Kivior was already
defense guy.
He was already playing for last year.
Yes, Porto was on. Kivior was on loan from Arsenal, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so they
they bought them. Yeah, and we also bought that Korean guy in Beon Wang.
Yeah,
he was playing in Feyenoord.
Okay, so I have my opinion on Asian players in Europe.
Guys,
it can be that they do great, and it can be that they do very bad.
No, but he was good in Feyenoord. He has been good in Porto. They also brought André Silva. I don't know if you remember this guy.
Yeah, he was in
a lot of clubs already.
Leipzig.
Guys, I think it's time to wrap up. So it's been already like a long, good conversation. Always a pleasure. Yes, I know. But
and the best transfer of the season, Gonçalo Figueiredo from Paradiso to Stade Nyon. We don't, because Gergo was not here.
Yes.
We have to discuss
Proud
that.
of my son. You know, it's been a battle, but he's making it.
12 games.
Year, I hope.
Lots of
13 goals.
news. As always, pleasure to discuss. So okay, this was episode 7 of Hydration Break. Hydration Break stays with us even though World Cup is over. All right, ciao. See you next time.
See you next time.